Hey everybody and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell where you'll see more great videos like this one. Today, well, let's just go through what we've done so far. So the most recent video, we've done the shower cubicle there. We've also got the bedrooms, which are pretty much done, or the base, the big bulky bits are done. And the bathroom there, we've done that, and the kitchen with the washing machine, and the lounge is also done. The only thing we haven't done really is the conservatory, which we will do another day. Today I want to do some of the little bits. It'll be like the kitchen bits that you can actually use in the like the lounge. So today we're going to do like a cup, like you'd have in your coffee or your cup of tea in, and we'll probably do a plate as well. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time. So without further ado, let's get on with this. So I'm going to create a cylinder. I'm just going to get the number tab up, and we're just going to reset this back to 0. Let's just come out of that. Okay, so our cup is not going to be 2 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters. It's going to be this sort of size, I guess. Up like high, it's going to be, say, 0.15, so 150 mil, and then the diameter, I mean, how big is a cup? What's the diameter of a cup? Say about 100 mil, about 100 mil maybe. Let's just have a look. 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Yeah, that looks quite a nice sort of size for a mug, I think. Okay, so that will do for now. What we're going to do is just go into edit mode. I'm just going to select, I'm just going to do a couple of loop cuts, because we just want to give it a little bit. I mean, obviously there are going to be like loads of tutorials how to create a cup in Blender. So there is no right or wrong way of doing this. It's however you feel comfortable doing it. And this is just the way that I like to do my cups. There's no secret. There's no, yeah. It's just however you like to do your thing. Oh, what's going on there? I'm not concentrating. However you feel comfortable doing these things is entirely up to you. So we're going to I know what we need to do is scale. Reset the scale back to 1. Go back into edit, into the face mode, and at the top, and I'm going to do inset. And I think about maybe there. So I'm just going to go into wireframe mode, and I'm just going to go into number 3. Number 3 for side view, and then just going to extrude on the Z, and we're just going to bring it down, and then E on the Z again, just to bring it down there, and we're just going to scale it in, just so it's still nicely aligned with our cup, and then E on the Z again, and down to the bottom, and just scale it in again. So we've got a nice thick cup there, nice thick cup. Right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to select the edges on there, and then just going to do Control B for bevel, because I do like a good bevel. Let's just whack that up to about 3. Whoa. Didn't want that to happen. 0.005. Oh, 0.004. Yeah, that'll do. It'll just give us a nice edge, and we'll do the same down here. Just do a bevel, Control B, just to give it a bit of a curve on the bottom there. We're just going to that, and basically we'll just inset, obviously not that far, and I'm just going to extrude a tad on the Z, extrude on the Z, just to take it up and scale it in a bit like that. That looks good to me. If you want, you can bevel the inside there as well. There's no reason why you can't. We'll just, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, it's just to give it a little bit of a nice sort of edgy. Okay, so what we want to do now is, so I've just hit number 1. I'm going to do a couple of loop cuts here. I'm just going to bring them down. I'm just going to bring that one down. So this is quite a nice simple tutorial. This here is going to be where the handle is, okay. So we'll just do another couple down the bottom here and just move it on up like that, and that's so the handle is going to come out here and then into one of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select these 4 faces here and delete faces, and I'm going to do the same here and delete faces. I'm just going to go into vertex mode, select those 2, and what we're going to do is we're just going to scale it on the Z just to give it a bit of a oval look, and the same on the side. Oh, I'm just going to scale on the X. Oh, god damn it! I just want to select these 2 and then scale on the X just to give it a little bit of roundness. And we're going to do the same at the bottom here. Scale on the Z. There we go. And these 2. Just going to scale on the X. Okay, so what we can do now is, what I like to do is just select those and extrude on the Y, extrude on the Y, only a little bit, and then just pull, just so, I mean, basically all we're doing is we're just like pulling it out, just to give us a bit of a edge on the for the handle, and then we're going to do on the extrude on the Y. Okay, and then we can just scale those in a little bit, because the handle's not going to be really that sort of like thick. And we'll do the same here. We'll just scale in. Okay, that looks good to me. So that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing on there, right? So we come out of there. We just press tab. We're just going to go in there and smooth shading, because it looks better. Smooth operator. Okay, then let's do the handle. Now again, as I say, a lot of people do these tutorials You'll probably find people who will extrude out, bring it round and join. The way that I do this, say there's no right or wrong way, it's just how you feel comfortable. I normally just go into a curve, create a beezer, wherever it may be, just chuck it on over here. Let's get it in. Okay, right. And then we're just going to scale that down a lot because that was massive. Okay, and then we just zoom on in. I press 0, then 0 on the number, not 0, full stop or the delete button on the number pad, and that will pretty much put that thing, whatever it is, into focus. So I'm just going to bring this around 90 degrees. And we're just going to go into, I'm just going to move it so it's kind of in line there, and then over, because we're going to make the handle out of this. I'm just going to go into edit. So I'm just going to move that over there. So basically we just want to bring these in here, obviously line it up, line that up, bring that over to the center there. Let's yes, and that one, and we just need to bring that over. There we go, that's a lot better. Right, now obviously we're not going to have a handle like that. I'm just going to move this one down and in, and this one we're just going to move in, and this one we're just going to bring that on in, and the same here. Okay, now what we want to do is just make adjustments so it looks like a handle. Just going to try and bring that in as close as I can. And this one, I mean, that looks, you know, it's going to go kind of like a handle. I'm quite happy with that. I mean, maybe it could come out a bit more, and that one go in a bit more. Yeah, that's better. That's more like a handle. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so we just done, so the handle, that's going to be the handle. We're just going to go into object data. Now what we want to do is change fill mode. So this is a different way. I think last time using splines and that, I showed you like to draw a circle, like a spline circle, but this is a different way of doing it. Click on fill mode and go into full, and then geometry, we need resolution 2, and as you can see, as we increase the depth, the beezer becomes an object. So we just want to make this quite a nice sort of size. I reckon that'll be nice, but we also need to make sure that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points on it, which we should have, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to make sure we've got the same amount of vertices or edges as the cup, because this is where we're going to join it up. Okay, so what we need to do now, so we're done with that. I mean, I'm quite happy with that. When you're done with that, that's absolutely fine. We can just go back into objects mode. Right, now these two here need to be joined. There used to be I think it was Alt C I think in the previous version of Blender it was Alt and C, and it would come up with a menu for converting the beezer into a mesh. So what we've got to do, for some reason it's not working, maybe it's going to be a different way, I don't know. So what we need to do is just go into object, and then we need to convert to, and then we need to convert mesh. So basically we're converting to mesh from a curve, metasurf, or text. Okay, so we just need to click on that, but only click on that once you're happy with your handle. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that, so I'm just going to click on it. So now this is a mesh, so you can't go back and edit the Bezier curve. Okay, it's now a complete mesh. Now what we want to do now is, obviously we right clicked on there, now we need to right shift and right click and then Control and J, which will join the objects together. So now these are one complete object. Obviously you could have moved your thing a little bit closer or whatever. So what we need to do now is just go into edit mode, and da-da, there we go. These are now one object. I tell you what, could have probably straightened up that, but that's okay, because I'm going to select the face. I'm just going to select here and do Control Plus. Okay, and then we're just going to rotate and then bring it on over. There we go. And then obviously if you want to bring it in you can, you don't have to, it's entirely up to you. So what we need to do now, we need to join these together. So you can either go into number one, select vertices and W and join at last, or connect, merge vertices, or you can, I think it was faces and bridge, which is what I'm going to do. So just select, and it will just give you that extra one sort of like face, and bridge. Otherwise you're just like, I mean, you know, it's whatever you feel happy with, really. So there's, when doing these sorts of things, there's never any right or wrong way of doing it, as long as you get the end result that you want. That is the main thing. So I'm pressing W there for the mesh context menu. Okay, and W, bridge loops. Okay, so that's that done. We just got to do the bottom one now. So we're just going to select the faces, bridge, faces. So when you select the two, just W, so select one, shift, select the other one, W, bridge. Simple as that. I find this a lot easier, personally, than extruding and rotating and extruding and rotating. And now we, I should select that one first and then that one and bridge. So there we go. There's our cut flat. How cool is that? That is superb. Let's just come out. There we go. And then if you want, you can actually whack on a subdivision just to make it a little bit more smoother. You can obviously edit the vertices if you want, move them around. But yeah, I'm well happy with that. And then you can obviously duplicate these items and have as many as you like, wherever you like. Okay, so let's do a plate. This is pretty much going to be the same. We're going to build it on a, what did I do, a cylinder again. Let's just scale that right the way down and bring it on over. Okay, again, there is no right or wrong way of doing this. It's, you know, you might be watching this and thinking, oh no, that's not right. Well, am I building a plate? Will it look like a plate? Yes, it will. It flipping well will. Okay, so just get your thickness, scale it up a bit. Okay, so that's going to be like our main, I guess, size of it all. Now what I'm going to do, this is how I do it. I'm going to, what did I do? I think I did, I mean, no, you don't have to do this actually. You can just do, let me Control A to scale, back into tab, go to edges, and like that, and then what we want to do is inset, and then, I mean, that could be like, do you know, like the rim of the plate? So there's your rim. We're just going to take this down, so it gives us a little bit of an angle on the plate. Okay, obviously you can have as much angle as you like, or as little angle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to extrude on the Z, just so it gives us the bottom. Okay, and then just this top one, top face, I'm going to scale in because obviously we don't need that. Don't need too much of that anyway. We can just give it a little, nice little incline into the center there. So that, I mean, that's pretty much the plate. And W, smooth shading. If you wanted to, you can again subdivide, but you will need to go into edit. And because obviously there's not much of this not defined now because we put the subdivision on, we need to, what do we need to do is add a loop cut. So we're going to add one here and just bring it on in, and then where are you? I need to add one here. That's just a little bit difficult. So it gives you a little bit of definition on the edges there. Let's just see how we're looking. So what we need as well is to I just need to select the edges. I can't actually see them. Wireframe. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just, this is the top face. It's just inset again, but I need it on there. So I just need to I to inset and just bring it out slightly. There we go. And then you can see the definition already all around here. Okay, and that's what we needed to do on there. So you can see it. You can see it on there. I'm quite happy with that, as always. And there's our plate and a mug. I mean, what you can do now is just file, save as. What did I call it? I can't remember where I saved it. Oh, god damn it. I think it might have been there. And then we want a kitchen. And then I'm just going to save it as kitchen. Ooh, stuff. That sounds bloody good to me. And then as we go along, we can just add. So I'm just going to control copy the mug, and then go into our house and just paste it. And well, I think that's it there. Let's turn on the overlay. There we go. So we're just going to bring it in to our table because I would just want to, we'll just get rid of these ones here. And that one, come on. Oh, come on. Looks like it's actually just like stuck in the ground. There's our mug. I'm just going to bring it over to the table. I'm just going to put a couple of mugs on there just to give it a little bit of a, make it look like somebody lives here. As though you can, you know, scale these down. I mean, compare it as, I guess it's not actually too bad. And then we're going to shift D on the X and move that one over there. Actually, doesn't look too bad, you know. Oh. And there's our two mugs. There's our mugs that somebody's been having their friend over. They've been watching the telly. Let's just move it over. Maybe we could bring the plate in. Looks like they've been munching on something. Oh, where's that gone? But that's it down there, and that, of course it is. Of course it is. Why would it not be there? Whoops. Actually, we could actually look like we've been. I mean, that's a bloody big plate. It's more like a dinner plate. But that's okay, because we can. Let's just. There we go. We can actually just scale that down. Make it look like a little sandwich thing. Little sandwich plate or whatever. Shift D on the X. Whoop. You know, you could put a few crumbs on there. So it's got a little glossy feel. That is pretty good. That's looking pretty good, I think. Let us know what you think. Maybe we're sat here. Maybe we're sat here on the sofa, you know, watching a bit of the old telly. Look. Wonder how that would render. Yeah, I like that. Let's just have a little looky, shall we? I'm just going to change that to cycles. Here we go. Da 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 da. Da, da. Oh, there we go. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. That looks pretty darn cool, if you ask me. I'm just going to switch off the overlays. How does that look to you? Comment down below. Let us know what you think. Would you change anything? What else should we add in there? That one, that box over there, that other cube, I think it's going to be like a, maybe like a bookcase, or somebody you could put like, oops, sorry, somebody can put like flowers or some sort of ornament, but that'll be on another video anyway. So anyway, that's today's video, the cup and the plate, or the saucer, if you can put your mug on there. I mean, obviously you can change the mugs to whatever colour you want. Let's just come out of there. You can change these, just chuck overlay on. What I like doing is just going into like edit, and then I like having the like the internal, select that one, select, oh, right, select that one, select that one, select that one, I do. And then given that a little bit of a colour, new, we need to add another new one. And we're going to say that it's going to be green. And then you can have like an internal colour of the cup green. That's what I like. Where's that go? Oh, damn it. Control Z. We want that colour. We want that one there. Sign. We want that one there. A sign. And so on and so forth. Or not, as the case may be. So there you go. And then we got a different colour. I mean, you can change that one. You can have the outside colour white, whatever colour, red. Would you have a colour cup that colour? Probably not. But anyway, you know, everybody's taste is different. Whoa. Oh, it's done it all. God damn it. Stupid thing. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's looking pretty good. And obviously we can duplicate the, move them into the kitchen there. I know what I was trying to say. Yeah, so we can just duplicate them into the kitchen. And yeah, Bob's your uncle, etc, etc. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one. So ta-da for now.